Hey everyone! Welcome back to the channel where we talk about coins that might be sitting in your pocket right now, and some of them could be worth a fortune. Today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1977 1-cent coin, also known as the Lincoln Penny from Denver Mint. So sit tight, because you won't believe the history, hidden value, and rare errors this coin might hold. Let's start with the history of this fascinating little copper coin. The 1977 Lincoln Penny was minted at the Denver Mint, which is indicated by the small D mint mark right under the date on the obverse side. This coin features the bust of President Abraham Lincoln, which has been on the penny since 1909. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the obverse has remained largely unchanged for over a century and holds deep historical significance. On the reverse, you'll see the Lincoln Memorial, designed by Frank Gasparo, a motif that ran from 1959 to 2008. If you look closely at the Lincoln Memorial design, you can even spot a tiny figure of Lincoln seated inside the memorial, a stunning detail for such a small denomination. The year 1977 falls in a time when pennies were still made from 95% copper and 5% zinc, unlike the mostly zinc coins that followed in later years. This makes the 1977 penny heavier and potentially more valuable to collectors and metal content enthusiasts. Now let's talk about the mintage. In 1977, the Denver Mint produced a staggering 4.2 billion of these pennies. Yes, billion with a B. So yes, these coins are common, but that doesn't mean yours isn't special. What makes a coin valuable isn't just rarity. It's also about condition, minting errors, and collector demand. Let's explore how your everyday penny could secretly be worth much more than face value. First up, coin condition plays a massive role. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with MS 70 meaning perfect, mint state. Most 1977 pennies found in change are heavily circulated and grade well below 60. But if you find one in excellent condition, no scratches, no stains, and full original luster, that's where things get interesting. In mint state 65, a 1977 penny could fetch anywhere from $2 to $10. But coins in MS 66 and above are scarcer. A few examples in MS 67 condition have sold for more than $250 to $500 at auction. Imagine finding a 1-cent coin and discovering it's worth more than a high-end smartphone. That's the dream of coin collectors. But wait, let's take it one step further. There are rare errors and varieties that could make your 1977 penny worth hundreds or even thousands of dollars. Some key errors to look for include double die obverse. This happens when the die strikes the coin twice, causing visible doubling in the date, mint mark, or letters. Always examine "In God We Trust" and "Liberty" for signs of doubling. Off-center strike. Coins that were misaligned during minting can be worth a premium, especially if the date is still visible. BIE error. A die break between the letters B and E in "Liberty" creates what looks like an extra I. These are collectible and can bring in a few dollars to over 20, depending on condition. Clipped planchet. This is when a portion of the coin is missing due to an error in the blank cutting process. Some dramatic clips can fetch upwards of $50 or more. If you find a 1977 penny with any of these errors, get it authenticated and graded by a reputable service like PCGS or NGC. That certification adds credibility and boosts its market value. Let's talk about metal value. Since the 1977 penny is composed mostly of copper, it actually has a melt value higher than 1 cent, around 2 to 3 cents, depending on copper prices. But here's the catch: melting pennies for copper is illegal in the United States. Still, this adds to the collector interest, especially among those who appreciate tangible, intrinsic value. So what's the bottom line? Here's a quick breakdown. Face value: 1 cent metal value, approximately 2 to 3 cents circulated value, 1 to 2 cents mint state 65, $2 to $10 mint state 66 or 67, up to $500 rare error coins, up to thousands, depending on the type and condition. And don't forget, there are over 4 billion 1977 pennies still out there. That means millions are hiding in drawers, piggy banks, and coin jars across America. The real treasure is in the hunt. Whether you're a beginner coin collector or a passionate numismatist, the 1977 1-cent coin is a great example of how everyday items can hold unexpected value. It's not just about the money, it's about the history, the craftsmanship, and the thrill of discovery. So the next time you're handed change at a store or empty out a jar of coins, take a closer look. That small copper penny could be a hidden gem. Thanks for watching. If you learned something new or feel inspired to check your coin collection, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the world of rare coins. Comment below if you've ever found a valuable penny. Your story might be featured in the next video. And remember, treasure is everywhere, if you know where to look. See you in the next one.